Many years ago, in the far lands of the Middle East, there was once a king named Shahryar, loved by every citizen of his kingdom. However, one day, he was returning to his palace from hunting, way before anticipated, and he found his wife passionately hugging with one of his young slaves. "No!" the king sobbed. "There's a heavy fire in my heart that burns." Immediately, the king ordered for his wife and his slave to be beheaded. The death of his unfaithful wife did not calm the fire that tormented King Shahryar's heart. His face was losing the color of life, and he was barely eating. The king then called his vizier and ordered him to bring to his palace a young maiden of the kingdom. The king would spend a night with her, but with the first dawn lights, he recalled his wife's infidelity, and a cloud of sadness veiled his face. Then he had the maidens beheaded, burning with hatred towards all the women. Many years passed without Shahryar ever finding peace or repose, while in the kingdom all the families lived in horror, fleeing the city to avoid the death of their daughters. One day, the king commanded his vizier to bring him a young girl, as usual, but the vizier, no matter how hard he searched, could not find any, and returned very sad to his house, with his soul full of fear from the king's fury. "Shahryar will order this very night my own death," he thought. But the vizier had two beautiful daughters, the eldest called Scheherazade and the youngest Donia Sara. Scheherazade was a young woman with an exquisite delicacy. They said in the city that she had read countless books and knew the chronicles and legends of the ancient kings and stories of ancient times. Scheherazade kept in her memory stories of poets, kings, and wise men. She was very smart, prudent, and cunning. He was very eloquent and nice to hear. When she saw his father, he tells him, "Why do I see you enduring, father, so many afflictions?" The vizier told his daughter what happened, from the very beginning to finish. Then Scheherazade said to him, "By Allah, father, marry me to the king. I promise to save all the daughters of the kingdom from Shahryar's hands, or die as the rest of my sisters." The vizier replied, "By Allah, daughter, never expose yourself to such danger." But Scheherazade again insisted on her request. So the vizier, without replying, had his daughter's chest prepared and marched to communicate the news to King Shahryar.